here with my 2019-2020 school plans. So I'm going to do another video talking about like the curriculum that we're using and how we're doing that and the lessons that we're going to go through, but I'll show you a little bit of it. This is my school binder. I have a regular planner that, you know, plans my day to day. This kind of plans my, in general, this is what I'd like to be doing. But obviously sometimes we have things like doctor's appointments or whatever that come in the middle. Up here you'll see my menu. That'll be on a different video also. So, but I wanted to start out with this book. If you have never read this book and you're a homeschool family, whether you've been doing it for 1 year or 5 years or not at all, this is a great book. I have actually gone through it, all 13. Well, I've been homeschooling for almost 15 years now, but for the last 13 years, I've always gone through this book. It goes through like practical ways, like coming up with a baby schedule so that you have the baby schedule or a nursing schedule. It has how long it takes you to do things, like writing all of that down so you can figure out how to make an accurate schedule. Because I don't know about you, but to begin with, I was just kind of willy-nilly and putting things in there. Sorry, I have something in my throat, I guess. And so it has those, and then at the end of the book, it has different actual schedules for people. So like this is what this person did for their school, and it goes through 2 pages. But then she also has another one when her kids were a different age, and you know, and then like there's other ones where they have lots of kids. This one looks like she's got quite a few children like I do. And then there's this one they only have 2 children. It's mom, the junior higher, and the high schooler, and how she did that. And like a chore chart one, and just different things like that. So these are kind of what the activity sheets look like that I was telling you about, where you find out like how long it takes you to do something, so you can figure out how to put in there and make an actual schedule that you can stick by. So yeah, I was gifted this book, I want to say when Tyler started kindergarten, so that would have been actually 14 years ago. And so, yeah, and I have used it ever since. I really like it, and I've reread different parts. I don't reread it every year, but I've definitely reread different parts, and I do always put together each one of these things. I do the schedule and like these kind of schedulings where it tells you how long everything takes. I do this before I write out my normal schedule, and my normal schedules were looking a lot like these ones, and you'll see like my actual school curriculum schedule minus the time is this style, but our actual schedule is a little bit different. This year I am homeschooling a senior, a 4th grader, a 2nd grader, a kindergartner, and I have a baby. Well, she's 2, but she's definitely baby status. So this is what I have for that. So this is my schedule. There's all 7 days because each day has a different thing going on. And then I have each of my 4 kiddos that are schooling this year. And I actually have from July through December done. And yep, I just used Post-its and taped them on there to make these. But super cheap and easy. I had all of the supplies. And so then this will show you like what Melody's doing on each one of the days. And so this goes through the schoolwork side of that. But what I wanted to show you was how I actually plan out everything. So Sundays are kind of a little bit looser because we spend most of the time at church. We have family dinner night. The kids have youth group. After I show you what's in this book, I'll show you our chore charts, but they are not actually in the book. They are up on the wall. So Mondays are a little bit longer. And I put like little positive, a busy day ahead, brand sparkling new, like we're at the gym, coffee, whatever. So I definitely take some time out for myself. You as a mama need to do that. It doesn't matter what time you do that, whatever works for you and your family. For me, I'm an early riser, and nobody else is. So that works for me to have my Bible time, alone time, just me. Wake the children, they have their morning chores. This only goes through, like, none of this says playtime, but believe me, my kids play all day long. So, like, their morning chores are things like get dressed, make your bed, brush your hair, brush your teeth. And they have an hour to do all of that. And so there's usually cartoon watching in the middle of that. 7:30 is breakfast. 8 o'clock after breakfast chores. Again, that might sound like a lot, but we have, because we just did chores. But these chores are like one person wipes off the table, one person sweeps up the floor under the table, one person does up the 9 bowls for breakfast, one person starts laundry. So that type of thing. And then at 8:30 we start our opening activities, which are these right here. And these are just the different things that we have to get going with school. And then let's go back to Monday. Then we have our unit study time. We have about 2 hours for our unit studies. And I'll do a whole curriculum review on the unit studies. We use Konos, and I'll do a whole curriculum review on that. We're going to bake some bread on Mondays, the bread for the whole week. Lunch is at 11:30. While the kids do their after lunch chores, which again is like wipe down the table, do up the dishes, take out the trash, then the baby goes down for a nap. From 1 to 3 we do individual school. Again, there's lots of play during that time because of course Melody will probably do school that whole time, but Jackson will probably do school for about 30 minutes of that time. 3 o'clock, get ready for dance. 3:30 is early dinner. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, we have dinner early because we have evening activities. So we're going to eat dinner at 3:30, but because they dance from 4:30 to 6:45, and there's 4 of them that dance, all 4 of my school-age kids are the ones that dance. Then at 7, they can either have a second helping of dinner or they can have a snack. Then I am planning a festival at my church, so I have that with Melody and my husband, and Alex is going to babysit. The littles go to bed at 8, the teens go to bed at 10. Tuesdays is kind of looks a lot of the same, but there are definitely some differences. Mama time, wake up the kids, breakfast, after breakfast chores, opening activity, unit study, then there's lunch, and then we have church prayer. During church prayer, the baby falls down for a nap. That's an hour long, so that's probably all the nap she'll get. Then we do our after lunch chores. This lunch is probably like a pickup, like a brown sack lunch. They can actually eat it while we go to prayer. So any chores that we might have, if there's anything that needs to be done, like if we need to wipe down the table before we do individual studies, that type of thing. Super easy. Then from 2 o'clock we have individual studies. And this is a much smaller window of that because at 3 o'clock we get ready for dance. 3:30 we eat dinner. At 4:30 we go to dance, and I actually bring snacks for that time because we don't get home until 7:45. But Alex goes to worship practice while we're at dance, and so I actually have all the little. I have the baby with me also during this time. Little kids go to bed at 8, teens go to bed at 10. And so don't forget to be awesome. Enjoy the moment. Work hard, play hard. Just good things to think about. Wednesdays, we kind of have that with mama time, wake up, breakfast, after breakfast chores, opening activities, and then we go to the library because there's a little kid library time where they read a story, and that's mostly for the baby and Jackson. But my other 2 little girls really like that, and of course Melody loves going to the library. Lunch, then we have after lunch chores, baby naps, and we bake cookies because this is a life group day, and I'll show you why. Then we have unit study stuff, individual school, after school chores, which their after school chore is their bathroom chore. So like one person wipes down the bathtub, one person wipes down the sink, one person picks up anything that's on the floor. Easy stuff. Then we have 4:30, we have dinner. Oh man, it's getting later. Then after dinner, they have their quick after dinner chores. Then we have Milk and Cookies life group. So this is a life group or a Bible study that I do at our house, where we have fresh baked cookies that we just made and milk, and we are going through the foundational stories of Jesus. Then we have church prayer at 7, and that goes from 7 to 9. So when we get home, the little ones go to bed, and then at 10 o'clock, the big kids go to bed. Find joy in every day. I liked this one. Change your thoughts, and you'll change the world. And I get to work because it's the middle of the week, and right in the middle, I put enjoy the little things, because sometimes we can get all bogged down with our schedules. Thursdays, mama time, wake up, chores, morning chores, breakfast, after breakfast chores, opening activities. Then we have unit study. This is a much larger chunk for our unit study. We have lunch, after lunch chores and naps, and then we have individual studies for 3 hours. So it's another much longer day. This is a much longer day for schooling. PE, we're getting ready. Besides dance, we're all training for a 5K. So then we have chores, dinner, the after dinner chores. Then my husband goes, he's leading a Bible study at his office, and Melody and I are just taking some time to scrapbook in the evenings, and so we're going to be doing that. The littles go to bed at 8, the bigs go to bed at 10. Today will be great. Today is the perfect day to be happy and just do your very best. And then by Fridays, I think people are done. It's Friday. Make today count. We have movie night coming up, and then I put at the end, goal completed. Mama time, wake the children, morning chores, breakfast, after breakfast chores, opening activities, unit study, again, the bigger chunk of time. Lunch, after lunch chores, baby naps, individual activities, again, that's actually supposed to be individual studies, and I guess I wrote activities, but that's their time. PE, after school chores, dinner, after dinner chores, and then we have family movie night, but Alex, Tyler, and Daniel go to Dungeons and Dragons. So this is usually like a movie that we can watch with the little kids. Saturdays, totally booked, you can tell. No, I love the weekend. So the weekend plans, I said, but first coffee. I have a foster care planning session that I do, but it's family day. We have pizza night, game time, that type of thing. And then in the evening, my husband takes me out on a date. So that's our plan as far as that goes. Now, I will just briefly show you that this is what I have in here. So like I have Melody, she has unit study work, her math, her Bible time, language arts, PE, women's study, and she's student teaching with me. And then like I have Elizabeth, unit study, math, Bible, language arts, PE, women's study, and then holidays and seasons. And all the kids, all the little kids all have holidays and seasons, and that's what Melody is doing with them. So again, I have Riley's, and then I have Jackson's, and of course Jackson's is much lighter because he's just in kindergarten, but he's still part of the group. And so when I go through and do my curriculum overview, I will show that also, so stay tuned for that video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.